Okay, everyone. Yesterday we did just discuss about literature review, like what is the literature review. Okay, but today we will have a look how to write the literature review. But first of all, to going for literature review, I just have some questions from you people. That what you study in the previous class. Anyone who can tell me about the literature review? What is literature review? Anyone in the group who can answer me?
Yes, sir. It's a summary of a research paper.
Okay, it's the summary of the research paper, right?
That what we analyze from the reading the research paper, or
Yeah, what, okay. But
what
today
results we
we
gain.
are focusing on how to write a good literature review for a research project, right? But yesterday we just studied about what is literature review, what is the purpose of literature review, why it is very important, and what are the types of literature review, or what kind of the approaches that we can use for doing a literature review, right? But today we just have a look at that how we can write a very good literature review. So, as we discuss about the literature review, we can see in a lot of research articles, we can find that one section that belongs to literature review. But when we're talking about a research project, if we will not write a literature review for a research project, we could not able to understand the new approach that you are trying to define in a research article, right? But research article and a review article are both different things, but we require a literature review for a research project as well, right? So in a today lecture we will have a look at that how what are the things that involve in writing the literature review, and how we can produce a good literature review for our research project, right? So anyone who can tell me what is a research project, because we discussed this about in the very beginning classes. Anyone who have idea about the research project?
सर
Yes.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर
Yeah.
सर ये 28A की क्लास है 28B की, क्योंकि हमारी साइकोलॉजी की क्लास हो रही
Yeah,
है.
this is the class for 28A, not for B.
ओके ओके, थैंक यू.
Okay, we already covered that for 28. We already, this is the class for 28A, where we are just discussing about how to write a good literature review for a research project, right? The from 28B who have a class of psychology, please just go to that class, okay? So I was just asking about you, what is the research project? Any student who can tell me about the research project, how you can define a general project and a research project, how we can differentiate in it?
Sir, general project is all about that what is the topic which we are choosing, and which for what this is all about. And the research project is the problems we face in the general project, and we analyze in the research.
Okay, correct. When we're talking about a literature review, we say in the previous class it is about the understanding of the previous three work, and we just know how to rephrase it, or how we can make that previous work more better, right? And we say that that is the reading of the other author's work that we can understand about their topic, right? But there is a one question: what is a literature review in research? So, if you are very clear about the research literature review, and you are clear about the type of the literature review, and you are also know about the different approaches that you are using in the literature review, then why we looking for a literature review in a research? That is a very interesting question which we have to study in the previously class. So anyone who can answer me for this, what you understand from that question?
That's the
Anyone from the
problem.
class? Anyone?
So to analyze the problem that we face during the project.
Okay. Anyone? I need answer from female student. Tahrim, can you answer why we required literature review in a research?
मैंने कल क्लास नहीं ली थी फर्स्ट टाइम.
Okay, no. Okay, no problem, but I will not allow the student who are with the nickname. I'm really sorry for them, right? So according to the APCOM rule, student without name, they cannot join my class. Okay, okay. I will repeat once again that why we require a literature review in our research. You know, as we said that our research is a discovery of a new knowledge, which we may looking for a different evidence to make sure either that information is true or untrue, and for that we are looking for the evidence, right? But a literature review is the existing work of the previous people who already give some opinion or write some approaches about that topic, right? So in the research, the literature review is a second one complete, a big section without which we are not eligible to know that what is the idea of the research or the project that you are working on. You know, literature review is a one comprehensive idea about the topic, a one complete overview, or it is the summary, or the, you can say like a hands out about the topic about which you are trying to introduce a new approach, right? So if you will not introduce the literature review in your research project, no one will be eligible or no one will be capable to understand what you are doing or what you are trying to introduce new work, right? So for the literature review, it is a very important section in a research project where you are comparing your own idea with the existing people, that how you are different from them and how you are make better your work from the others authors. Okay, so this is one of the questions which was the concern with the previously lecture, and there is one more question is coming out here. What is what is the difference between literature review and a research paper? Who will answer me for that question? What is different between research article and a literature review article? Who will answer me for that one? Everyone can see the background as well, right? You can see my slides.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
literature review is all about the summary of the research paper, and we can say that academic literature review is a survey of the scholar sources.
Okay, but okay, it is, but do you think so? Can we convert a review article into research paper? Can you give me any 2 points by which we can make sure that literature review is different from our academic paper? Your answer is correct, but I need more explanation for it as well. Anyone else who want to answer me for that questions? Any two difference which you can make me sure that a literature review is different from the academic papers?
Atikur Rahman.
How we can make different literature review from the academic paper? Anjum, can you answer for that question?
Could you repeat that?
Yeah. Can you, how you can differentiate between a research paper and a review paper?
So a review paper is basically a collection of problems of a research paper. Problems or
in research paper?
Of research paper.
You know, in research paper, we are introducing a new article, a new framework, a new algorithm, which is based on the literature review, right? A literature review is a one phase of a research project in which, on the basis of which you are introducing a new framework. But review article itself is a one article, which is the combination of a different authors' work that you make together with your own logic that give you a one overview or understanding about that topic, that how you assemble the works of a different author and how it give you a one new topic, right? That's what we do normally in the review article. You know, a review article is very very good for understanding the topic and for conclusion and for analysis. But research paper, you can do it when you are expert or when you are very, very clear about the problem, what you are trying to work on it, okay? But you know, in
Yes.
our course, your research review article is based on your problem statement, okay? Because you are writing a literature review on the basis of a problem statement, okay? Anyone, any student who can tell me his own problem statement of your project?
Sir,
Yes?
sir, can you please explain review article again?
Yeah, you know,
Yes, sir. Kindly.
in review article, you just collect the information about the different people, what they are trying to say about it. And you are just gather that information on the basis of your own logic, that how you can keep it together. You know, you read a one article, what you understand about it, that you write in it. But when you are writing a literature review article, it is totally based on your problem statement, and you are just, you know, you can write a good review article if and only if you have a good references or you have a good publication or which are very, very closer to that topic. If the article is not closer to the topic, then it is very hard for you to write the literature review, okay? So make sure for a good literature review that the information, you know, the review article, the literature review is based on the collection of your information or data, that how much it is close to your topic, and then how you can, in a systematic way, that you can arrange that data, that if someone can read it, they can understand what you are trying to speak in, what you are trying to speak or say in a one paragraph. Clear?
Yes, sir.
But you know, before writing a literature review, you can make a sketch in your mind that what you want to show to the audience, what you want to try to write it. When someone read a one paragraph, what kind of a meaning or the theme you want to show to the readers. That's what is very important in the literature review, right? You know, can make a one kind of a plan, like what you are gonna to do in a paragraph one, in two, and three. Later I will show you how to write this paragraph, right? But at the moment, before going for the writing of the literature review, we must be clear about the literature review article, survey article, in the approaches that we are using for the literature review. So you people are clear at the moment with the literature review and the research article or the academic
Yes, sir.
papers. So should I go for the writing? Should I go for the how to start writing a literature review? Should I go
Yes,
for
sir.
it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So
Yes,
I
sir.
hope I can tell you one thing here. I can
The-
just differentiate a little bit between the academic paper and review paper, right? In review paper, you are not doing implementation. You have no any methodology. You just only work. You are just only together make different data, and you are giving your own logic that how someone can read that idea, right? That's what we normally do in the literature review, right? So uh, okay, so we are going for how to I think why do we write a literature review, right? So I think we already discussed in the previous class about that, that if you are a reader, it gives you the understanding about the topic, but if you are a writer, it can tell you how to improve the gaps or the trends in that topic which you are trying to work on it, right? But what should we what should what should I do before writing the literature review? This is the question. Like, you know, you must be very clear about your problem statement. You must be clear about the models that you are trying to work on it. And you must be narrow your topic as much as you can. And consider whether your source are current or state of art or it is updated. You know, your literature review is based on the articles that you choose for writing, in how much it is closer to your topic. And the third is what kind of the approach or the way you are using for writing a literature review or a review article that is based on you. But if you are not clear about the topic, you cannot find out the model or the approach you like to use it. If you're not clear with the approach, you cannot make closer to your topic, and you cannot consider the any article writing for your paper. You know, if you remember when you was in the lecture of selection of a topic, I discussed about the biometrics, and I tell you how, and then we discuss about face recognition, and then I tell you how you closely go to your topic with respect for writing the for choosing any topic, right? So here is the same. Uh, Here it is the same date. What kind of the good material you are choosing for writing your article? But you know there is a one interesting thing about the literature review. You can get 50% help from the journals, from the book, from the script, or from the lectures, but 50% it is based on your ability, on your skill, on your idea, on your logic, that how you make it together to make it more clear, right? So it's up to you that how good you are in it to arrange the data, and how good you to present the data about that article, right? So, and you know we will be, these are the things that you must be uh, considered before writing the literature review, right? That you know, if you are clear about your idea, you are very easily convey your message to your reader, right? So you know, we will discuss about today as well that how we are how we are writing a literature review, right? But you know, if we talking about the review article, it consists of several parts. The first one is abstract, then we talk about the introduction, then we have the methodology or the body, and then we have a results in conclusion, right? So if we talk about the organization of the body, you know, anyone who can tell me what is an abstract that we studied the 2 weeks before? Anyone who can tell me why we, what is the abstract and why we required abstract? Any student who can answer me for this, that what is abstract? Anyone? Anyone who can answer me what is an abstract? You know, actually the abstract is the summary or the overview of your project. If someone don't want to read your complete article or your project, if he can go only for the abstract, he can understand that what is going on in the, what is going on in that project, right? So it is about the first look or the summary or the, you can say, bullets points of your project, okay? But when you are writing a abstract for your project, you should consider three heading in it. The first one is input. What is our input to the system, or what is the impact of your writing to the readers? And the second one is methods, right? That what kind of approach you are using for the writing. And the third one is the output or the conclusion, that how you are conclude your article, right? So I have a one question here. What is the difference between the body of of the review article and academic article? Anyone who can answer me? Any student, please, who can answer me what is the difference between the uh, body structure of a review article and an academic paper? Atik, can you answer me, please? Anyone else who want to answer me? Sidra, can you answer what is different between the structure of the literature paper and the academic paper?
सॉरी सर मैं आज फर्स्ट क्लास ली है पहले लेक्चर नहीं अटेंड किया
Okay, but what do you know about literature review paper? Can you tell me anything? Because I discussed several times in the lecture. Can you tell me what do you know about literature paper or literature review article? Zoya, can you explain what is the difference between academic and a review article?
मेरी
Okay.
भी आज
Yes.
पहला लेक्चर अभी देख रही हूँ तो मुझे इतना खास समझ नहीं आ रहा
Okay, it's no problem. You know, when we're talking about review article, it means we just looking for the idea that what the other people are talking about the topic. Okay, you know, in our literature review, we don't have the implementation. It is just only about the opinion of the writer, what he is thinking about their topic. Okay, what are the different people they are thinking about their topic, which you are trying to conclude. Hello, hello. Sorry for internet issue. Uh, Actually, you know, when we're talking about research paper, it means we are talking about introducing a new idea. But when we're talking
सर
about,
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही सर
okay, now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you know, when we're talking about a research paper, it means we are talking about introduction of a new idea to the readers. But when we're talking about the literature review or a review article, we are talking about the different opinion of the people, what they think about their work. Okay, that's what we normally is the difference. In academic paper, we just introduce a new approach, new methodology for improvement of the good result. But in our review paper, we just going for the solution to the problem, that in how many ways we can work on it, or what other people they are discussing about it. Okay, this what is the difference in it. Okay, so as we are going towards the, you know, today as we are going to talking about writing of a literature review, that's what is the main concern of our today lectures. You know, as we talking about the introduction, so you know, you need to give the quick idea of the topic of the literature review, right? They, you know, as I said, when you're talking about the abstract, it consists of three parts. You should go for input, then you should go for processing, and then you should talk about the output in of a paragraph. With everyone, if they can read that one paragraph, they can completely know what is going on in the abstract, right? But when we're talking about the body of the literature review or the review article, we should have a look on it, that uh, what are the, we should go for introduction, that what is the idea of that topic which you want to introduce in the literature review, and then we will go for the body of the paper. You know, in the previously class we discussed about two approaches. The one is thematic model and one is chronological model, right? So it's up to you that which model you are using in the body of the literature review to develop your literature, right? So anyone who can tell me the difference between the chronological model and the thematic model, who will answer me for this one? What is different between chronological model and thematic model? Anyone who will answer me?
Speak, sir.
Tehreen Sabah, can you tell me the difference between the thematic model and the chronological model?
Sorry.
Anyone else? Noman, can you answer me?
speak, sir.
Anyone from the class who can give me a one difference? What is different between these two? Okay, no problem. I can explain it once again, right? In chronological model, you are writing a literature review on the basis of the time of publication. You know, you just have a time period or the progress accordingly which you are developing your article. You know, for example, if we talking about the coronavirus, it just take a start in 21st January 2019 in one of the city of China, that is Wuhan. And what is the updates till now until the 2nd April 2020? Every day, what is innovation that is coming out about that virus, or what kind of vaccination, and what is the progress for the improvement of, for that disease. This what if every day you are writing in a shape of paragraph by mention the every day, this what is a chronological model, that what is happening, that you mention the date and you write the progress. Okay, this what we are normally do in a chronological model. But when we're talking about the thematical model, they how you are come closer to the topic. If you have a general topic, that how much you get more closer to that topic, right? You know, it is the decomposition of a topic, that how you can subdivide it and you can reach to the exact problem which you are looking for. So are you guys getting about the difference between these two approaches? Anyone?
Speak,
Asma,
sir.
you want to talk about it?
The difference? What is
Yeah.
difference? You are
Yes,
again
yes,
asking.
difference. Yes.
As you said, that chronological model is the literature review on the time of completion, that at what time it will complete, and second one, how do you come closer to the topic?
Okay, that's what is the difference. So, which kind of approach you will use for your literature review? That is what is my question now.
Chronicle log.
Why? Why you want to choose chronological model?
कोरोना से रिलेटेड
It is, but you should go record. You know, if you are choosing a chronological model, it means you getting to start from the history and from the background, and then you read until to the state of art, what is currently happening in it. But when you are talking about the thematic model, it means you are talking about the general of the topic, and then you are coming closer to it. But you don't need to mention about the date in it. You know, in a chronological model, you can discuss irrelevant or the other information which is not a part of the topic, but which is helpful for that topic is okay. But in thematic model, you are 100%, you are bound to stay together closer to your topic, right? If you are talking about face recognition, then you cannot talk about the face reconstruction. You must talking about the comparison. You should talk about the mating. You should talk about detection. You should talk about any other, identification or verification. But you cannot go for the reconstruction. You are moving around the one topic by combining it with the subtopics to make it a one framework, right? But in the chronological model, you are just writing in the shape of a story, that how it start, how it's began, and how it's gonna end, in what is the current scenario for it, which you are providing the information on the basis of the date. That's what you are explaining in it. Okay, so there is a one diagram for the thematic model. You can have a look on it, right? Can you see the screen as well?
No, sir.
No,
I
sir.
already share my screen, right? Is it?
No, sir.
Okay, sorry. I thought I already shared the screen with you. Okay, so you can have a look on it as well. That is the explanation of for the chronological model, that you can go by the help of the publication for it, right? But when we talking about I have a one question here. Can we use a thematic model in a chronological model?
Yes, sir.
How?
No,
Sir,
Who will
because
tell me?
chronological model is about that what is happening in the present state, so we can use it in chronological model.
Yes, the best literature article will be that in which you are using the approach of a chronological model, but you are embedding a thematic model for the clarify or the explanation of the topic in it. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
I still have a one more question here. That why we skip the methodology in a literature review, right? So why we are not focused on the methodology in literature review? Who will answer me?
Because it's lengthy. And it includes all the detail about that, what was happening and what are symptoms, and it make the literature review really lengthy. It is not so much compulsory to write the methodology.
Okay, I have one more question. Why we are? Do you think so? We are depending on a literature review for introduction of a new methodology, a new approach.
Yes, sir. New approach.
Why? Why we are depending on a literature review?
Sir, because literature review is all about to research research on a specific problem.
Okay, okay, that very good. But still, I will have a one more question. Do you think so? Literature review is based on a problem statement?
The problem statement is much better. I
No, I
think so.
said that. Do you think so? We base on a problem statement for a literature review?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir,
Sir,
because
because if we don't know the problem statement, then how we are going to write a literature review?
Okay. Any other
Find
one?
the problem statement
Anyone?
by
Any other who want to answer me for it? Any
Speak.
other? One by one, please. Just answer me any difference if you know. Okay, Anjum, what you want to say about it?
saying that we read different reviews and that gives us the solution to our problem.
Okay, but my question is that do you think so? There is a link between the
Sophia, jaldi
literature
नाश्ता दो,
review and
please.
problem statement?
Yes, sir, it is.
What is that?
sir,
So
literature
again,
review is
this,
actually the problem statement.
Yes, in the what are the gap or what are
yes,
the trends or what are the weaknesses that you already explain in a problem statement. You are providing evidence for that weakness in the shape of literature review, right?
yes, sir.
The gaps which we have already in a problem statement, we are trying to explain in literature review. Okay, that's what normally we are doing here. Okay,
Hello.
please, no panic in the group. Okay, okay. We will just go for the next one. That is the anyone who want to read that slide, the last one.
Yes, sir. Can I?
Okay. Yes, sure.
Sir, can I read?
Okay, you can.
हेलो सर, वो समझ नहीं आ रहा सर कुछ भी क्रोनोलॉजिकल
Actually, you need to revise again when you are right. When you write a one paragraph.
साथ में क्या
सर ये आपकी से आवाज आ रही है सर।
टाइम कर देगी सर, टाइम खत्म होने वाला है, टाइम खत्म होने वाला है।
Okay.
बाकी कामों की नमाज की जाएगी।
Please, anyone who have a question regarding the assignments, are
दोनों ला के दे।
here with the assignment?
दोनों ला के दे।
Sir, I have a question. Sir, I have a question.
What is the question?
सर वो chronological वाला समझा दें सर।
You know, in a chronological model, you are writing a literature review on the basis of the publication.
Sorry sir, आवाज नहीं आ रही सर।
Okay, now you can, now it's okay.
सर ये आपके उस पे भी कुछ आ रहा है सर।
Yeah, I can see, but someone if they doing is okay. But I now need to take your attendance as well, right? So I can see
Yes, sir.
35.